Dracula. Anyway, so Dracula will be coming out this Friday. I got lucky enough to watch it this past Monday with the AMC thing. You know, they have that Scream Unseen thing, you know, where they have the surprise movie. I knew it was Dracula in the first place, though, because all you got to really do, honestly, if anyone knows about this, look at how long the movie is, the total runtime, and know that it's coming out that following Thursday or Friday day. So, and that was the only movie that's 2+ hours, so I knew it was Dracula. But anyways, though, yeah, this movie is directed by Luc Besson, the man responsible for badass films like Leon, aka The Professional, La Femme Nikita, and The Fifth Element. That Fifth Element's cool, but the other two are fucking nastiness. Anyways, though, now he's venturing into horror in this one, though. Now, straight up, though, I'm gonna tell you this right now, though. This is basically the same Dracula that Francis Ford Coppola made back in the 90s. So you don't really have to watch this one if you haven't seen it. But I will say, even though it's the same story, there are some minor differences, though. In a way, you kind of call this like a companion piece to Coppola's. It kind of fills in the blanks of certain parts, though. So, anyways, though, let's get to the story real quick. So, if anyone hasn't seen either film, though, this one's about Dracula's origins, all right? Or Vlad. How he loses the love of his life and turns his back on God in the coldest way. And in return, he is forced to live forever and become what we now know as a vampire. Or, you know, the first of its kind. And Dracula has never given up on finding the reincarnation of his woman, though. So, overall, this movie was fine for what it was. I mean, for a vampire movie, actually, to be honest with you, there wasn't as much blood as I would have expected. I mean, there's some blood, but it's just, I don't know. I thought there'd be more blood. I don't know. Maybe I was just really hopeful. And back to when I mentioned, like, the whole thing about, you know, being a companion piece to the 90s version. So they venture into what Dracula did between the time, you know, he before he found his reincarnated wife and whatnot, you know, towards like the end of the story. Hence, like, kind of the fill in the blanks and whatnot from the 90s movie. So he travels the world, you know, learn how to use his newfound power as a vampire, learns how to turn people over, or start turn people into vampires as well, and do his bidding and stuff, and kind of control them and whatnot. And the thing is, like I said before, I was hoping for more bloody nastiness, because during these flashbacks, though, there's some really cool stuff that happens, some cool set pieces, some cool scenes and whatnot, but not that bloody, though. I mean, he's biting a shit ton of people, though, but not a lot of blood. And actually, some scenes, the blood looked kind of watery. Just saying. But the overall story, I mean, I will say this, though. For what it was, though, it's actually well done and well paced. Never felt boring. And the music was done by Danny Elfman. So, you know, that shit was on point. I didn't even say anything else about that. You already know. And the cinematography was fantastic, dude. I mean, the one thing I will definitely give this movie credit for, though, is the editing, dude. Oh, my God. The transitions from scene to scene, dude, was a work of art. Oh, my God. Team ANAP, dude, all day. This, though, though this was like a drama-filled, you know, horror movie, it was, I'll say this, though, more than the 90s version, it had some witty stuff to it, though. I mean, witty/funny scenes. I say witty, though, just witty because it wasn't downright, like, comedic. It, you know, just had, like, some fun jabs at times and whatnot. But performance-wise, though, Caleb Landry Jones, who plays Dracula, dude, I'll say this, he was really good. I mean, there's been millions of Draculas, right? And he did a good job. You know, he's in the middle of the pack, I guess you could say, whatever. But yeah, the dude played that role, and you could feel the homeboy's pain, dude, when he lost his woman, and you know, throughout the years of him, you know, straining and all that stuff. So yeah, great job for his performance and whatnot. Decent Dracula for sure. Not the best looking one, but he played the role well. Now, speaking of that, when it comes to Dracula, though, I mean, isn't Dracula supposed to be like a pretty good looking guy? I mean, he's a lady charmer, right? Naturally. But I don't know. Anyways. In my opinion, though, the show stealer of the entire movie, though, is Christoph Waltz, who plays the priest who's actually searching to take down Dracula throughout the movie. Dude, he would... he was a part of the movie that was like the, you know, the funny stuff, though, right? The witty stuff. Anyways, though. But, yeah, he was a very unorthodox priest who did things his way. I mean, think about it. He has taken out vampires and stuff, right? But he was always effective in his nastiness, though, so... And I'll admit, I wasn't going to watch this film when I first heard about it. I mean, because seeing the trailer, I'm like, God, this is like Coppola's version. What the fuck? It's the same thing. But since I'm a freaking glutton for punishment, and I just love watching movies in the theaters, I love that movie theater experience, I just had to go. My black ass had just to go and watch it. So it's on me. I can't even complain. That's on me. I'll say this, though. You don't have to see this if you've already watched the Coppola version from the 90s. You know, if you've already seen that, so you don't have to, since it's pretty much nearly the same movie. But I will say, like I said, at least it is pretty entertaining for what it is, and it has enough to keep you engaged, as well as show you a few new things, though. But if you haven't seen either one, then, I mean, I guess check this out. I mean, but I'll say this, though. I would actually tell you this, though. I would check this one out first, right? And then go see the OG one from 92, or from the 90s, though. But especially if you love tragic love stories, yeah, this is your shit. But yeah, Coppola's version kills this one, though, dude. I mean, to me, Coppola's version is like the best Dracula film out there. Just a personal opinion. That's me. Yeah, it's just nastiness personified. Enough said. And now, since we're on great directors, let me recommend you watch Blade 2, which is directed by, like I said, another great director, Guillermo del Toro. This one's one of the best sequels to an action movie ever made, dude, in my opinion, though. Because they had you could tell they just had fun with this one. I mean, badass vampire action sequences. And actually, this is one of Wesley Snipes' best performances in a film, in my opinion, as well. And yes, folks, Blade is the godfather of Marvel. And, you know, got this theatrical shit running, though. Let's be real. It's just the truth. And yes, The Punisher did come out beforehand, though, but had diminishing returns, though. Blade was a surprise hit and was nastiness at its finest. Side note, I love the Dolph Lundgren's Punisher, though, for sure. Don't get me wrong. The only thing I was missing in that one is he just didn't have the skull. Aside from that, though, that movie was badass, though. But anyhow, though, Blade 2 is available on YouTube. But anyways, though, that's all for today. Stay nasty, my friends, and I will see you at the next one. Shay Nasty out.
I'll see you soon.
Like and subscribe.